Hello, everyone. Hi, welcome here. I met this amazing team, I think 3 months ago. Yeah, exactly 3 months ago in Selanik, and this is the second time that I'm in Greece presenting you about my company, but in general about e-commerce actually, because we are a company that was founded 25 years ago in Istanbul. Yes, I wasn't working in the company back then, but we are one of the actually oldest companies in the world in the e-commerce field that are still living up to this state and operating in a very large scale. So, at a glance, it doesn't write here, but we are the first and only Nasdaq-listed company in Turkey. We have been in the we went to the US IPO around 2.5 years ago, and it was very successful because it was during COVID time, and we are more than a unicorn actually. We are valued a few $1 billion back then, and right now also our revenue, since we are public, you can all check that our revenue is more than $3 billion annually with several services. The more fun part is in the second part, because I'm going to talk more about international part. By the way, I can't take this, right? I need to stand here, I think. Sorry. I need to stand here, right? You don't have a mic. Okay, if you can, that'd be better. If not, I'll speak here. So we have more than 12 million customers, and this is important in e-commerce because the most expensive thing is what those guys in the digital marketing part are trying to tackle. It's really difficult, it's really expensive, but when you build that base, I think it's more easier to keep it with the right operations, with the right products, rather than... Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, amazing. This is better. So, this is why it's really important to build a customer base, because once you buy it, imagine when you first start an e-commerce business, you just need to find people, and they are acquisition customers and it's expensive. But more and more, when time goes by, after a maturity stage, I would say 3 to 4 years, in any company, actually most of your revenue in e-commerce, like 80% to 70%, come from retention customers, meaning for the ones that you bought before. And this is important because this means why it's difficult in e-commerce in the first years to make profit. This is why Amazon went through that difficult road, and many other players just grew and then went bankrupt. But if you keep this balance very well, the increasing order frequency of your customers who bought from you before and are happy, continue buying so, and you are just going for the new customers, and this is where the equation holds. As you can see, on average, a customer buys almost 9 times in a year from us. And for some customers, actually, it's more than 50, it's more than 100, because they are buying their groceries, like everything needs from an e-commerce player. And these are the most valuable ones. And the even more valuable ones are the premium customers. So yeah, are the premium customers. And we have an Amazon Prime, like I'm sure you all know about Amazon Prime. So it's a very similar system. Customers pay us monthly, and they get to have some, like there's an HBO Max in Turkey, like a Netflix stream, and we give it for free. Plus, you get all your shippings for free. And also next day delivery, sometimes same day delivery, and all these. But these 2 million people, actually, we have now 2.4 million customers that are subscribed and are paying us monthly just to be in that Prime membership. And this is really a big number. And for anyone interested in who have an e-shop or an e-commerce, I think if you do it well, it's difficult, but a working loyalty scheme like this is going to be one of the key success factors to manage your marketing costs plus your customer acquisition and service costs. Other than that, merchants, this is also super important. We have over 100,000 merchants. So more than 100,000 different shops, sellers on our platform. And in Turkey, I think there are 400,000 sellers. So this many entrepreneurs, both small and medium enterprises and the very large ones, we have women's initiatives, women who live in the more rural parts of the country, just selling their products on our platform, both to Turkey and to international markets as well. I think it's really important to create and maintain that community because if you have some missing items from this ecosystem, this is when it becomes so difficult. If just the customers are happy and the merchants are not, then they don't care about service levels. And when they don't care about service levels, then the customers are not happy again. So this is why this is important. And we have over 200 million different stock keeping units, SKUs, so different products. It's difficult to choose from it, but we have proven this mathematically many times, both at Hepsiburada and on the firms that I was working before. I can tell you that the more products you present, the more revenue you get. It's always like that. You have to do it first, and then get rid of the least working ones, but you need to keep increasing the number of SKUs to have a good selection so that you become a one-stop shop. By the way, Hepsiburada means everything is here like in English. So basically sell everything. We have other B2B services, actually companies like Hepsi Logistic, HepsiPay, HepsiAd. I'm not going to go into detail about the company, but I think this is now the name of the game in e-commerce. You cannot just sell products, do digital marketing, and wait to be profitable and growing all the time, because customers want more, merchants want more, and customer wants more with less price. So they are checking every website. I'm sure I don't know about it, but I'm sure there's also a website in Greece that you can track prices of, like a price index website, and we have also those as well. In Turkey, they attract more traffic than the marketplaces themselves. So you need to be competitive, but how can you be competitive and profitable at the same time? You need to make money out of other things. Even Amazon wasn't announcing their ad revenue up until last year. Now it became a significant chunk of revenue in their P&L. And we also have an Hepsi ad system, meaning if the merchant wants to go upper in the search results, or if you want to shout out to your customer base, have a new product or new promotion, then they can use these services. And by the way, they are not just like normal services. They are very technologically difficult to do in the website, and we have to prove that we bring more ROI, return on investment, than Google or Facebook itself, so that the merchants keep using that. Another one is the logistics service. We became the 4th largest cargo company in Turkey. We don't just serve now our customers, but also other B2B players, because once you get that muscle, you can use it everywhere else. And the most other important thing is Pay, HepsiPay. It's basically a fintech company, and now we have more than 15 million, like 15 million people using HepsiPay. We just launched a physical card, also physical credit card, in collaboration with Visa of this. So it has been a month or so, and we have also more than 100,000 people who got the card. And what we do by that is you just get cash back. Now it's 5%. It used to be 3%. And if you have the physical card too, it's 5%. But it's again more profitable because it creates the loyalty with your customers, and they come and buy and buy and buy more. And obviously, now with war in Ukraine, everywhere in the world, economic crisis, people earn less, or in this inflationary environment, they are more cautious about their spending. This is why they want to use fintech technologies like buy now, pay later, buy now, split it into 3 or 4, and it works amazingly. And if the government lets that, up to what certain, like I don't know how is it in Greece, to be honest, but there are general regulations about that in different categories. For example, in Turkey now you cannot buy a cell phone and you cannot split the payments because it damages economy somehow if lots of people get in debt because of an expensive iPhone. So there are limitations like that, but if not, I think this is the most powerful tool that we can do. As you can see, buy now, pay later, prepaid card, shopping loan. Yeah, we also do that. And always full wallet are different technologies that we use. I'm not going to go into numbers, to be honest, in detail, but you can see that even though the company is here for 25 years, order frequency, total orders, last active customers, lifetime active customers, they all increased year to year in the previous quarter. And for recent results, you can also check our website because they're all public and NASDAQ documented, and there are literally more than 100 pages that you can go into detail and dig into these. Yeah, our cross-border arm. So, sorry, I didn't talk about myself. I just realized that I'm an industrial engineer. I have a master's degree from Bocconi in Italy and US. And then for over 10 years, I worked for 5 different consulting companies. Did lots of projects in technology too, in Europe, in US, in Southeast Asia, Middle East. And then I said, okay, this is a growing industry. I like it. You can do a lot with numbers. And then I transferred to another company where I worked for over 4 years. We became the e-export champion in Turkey. I managed over 200 million euros there, just export to all over country. And then Hepsiburada transferred me as the global general manager of this cross-border arm. So I'm going to talk more about it now, how we do cross-border, what we can do together. And if you, I'm sure there are also e-commerce professionals here, or even people who want to understand more about e-commerce. Hopefully this can give you at least an idea about what can you do, and what works and what doesn't. So I talked about this a lot, but building blocks are important. So if you don't have a strong merchant base, you might not have, then you should have a great product. Either one of these. Like you should even have a great brand, few selection, great product, or a strong merchant base if you're a marketplace, and you need to stand out there as well. We're more than 100. This is important because I've been doing this for the last 7 years. I went to travel to like literally tons of countries in the last years, and every month I'm here and there. And what people are lacking most are goods, like consumer goods. Turkey is a producing economy, China is, India is, but most countries don't have that. And when you don't have that, you miss like a great deal of selection, and it's not obviously economically feasible to go everywhere and open shops and try to sell 200 million products. This is where we kick in. This is where the importance of partnership kicks in. I'll tell you more now, but our model relies on making this selection available in other countries where they don't have this kind of selection. And at the same time, if we are missing something, either in Turkey or other countries that we operate in, also work with merchants from abroad so that we can fill in that selection gap. For example, we have over 7 million products as of now, and over 3,000 sellers from China, Korea, and United States that are selling in our platform, B2C. So we have all the systems, the integrations, and every day, apart from our Turkish sellers, we receive, I think, like 10,000 orders or something only from China alone. And my team, actually, I was supposed to be in Hong Kong and Shenzhen, but I chose to be here. My team is now in China. I promised John. And for the last 5 days, they held an event, and 15,000 people watched it, and now they are very eager to sell abroad because China is also in an economic crisis now, you know, with recession, and anyway, I'm not going to go into detail, but now they want to sell even more to abroad than they used to before, and there are giants like Shein, Temu, you know, like the company of Pinduoduo and Alibaba itself, and every day actually we are competing with them. Now they are entering all the countries. They went to Turkey, they started in Middle East, in Europe, and they sell super cheap products, some good, some not bad, but they spend money like crazy, and it's really difficult to compete with them. This is why I think it's important to find sellers, but not to fall in that trap, because I don't see how a company can compete with that model if you don't have endless cash or if you are from China. This is why quality of service, I think, is one of the big differentiators, and this payment technologies, logistics services, when you care for your customer and make sure that they get the product that they see in the picture and you get it without a question if there's any fault or if they just want to return it. These are more and more important every day because the e-commerce field is getting extremely difficult with the players like Temu and Shein. This is why we are also replicating their game, but also playing our game at the same time. So we have sellers from there. Yeah. I'll wrap it up now, but to talk a little bit about our footprint, global footprint. We just started this, building this technology for international 2 years ago, actually. Just before, it's never late. For 20 years, the company didn't do anything. And in a year, we developed the technology. We have a separate app named HepsiGloba. Hepsiburada means like everything global. And we let merchants to easily export to every country from there. And at the same time, we let other sellers from other countries to sell to a different country. So our app now, this is the Hepsiburada Global app. You cannot actually download it here. You can just download Hepsiburada because it's only open now for Ukrainian and Azerbaijani customers. We entered to those markets with our app, and both Turkish sellers, Chinese sellers, and US sellers are operating on that, and it's going very well. But I think this is the most important thing that I'm going to tell today. It's very expensive to acquire customers, but it's not impossible. If you are a local, you know it better. If you are a local company, you know the language better, you know the government better, you know everything, way of working. This is why we don't want to actually go to every country by ourselves, but we decided to become like a mega merchant in other marketplaces and bring these thousands of sellers and tens of millions of products, since everyone needs it, and take it to other countries. And we started those integrations in several marketplaces. Right now we are live in Walmart in the United States, and also in Germany and eBay and Amazon. And in Amazon, actually, we are going to open shops in many other countries. By the way, we are bigger than Amazon in Turkey. Amazon is number 3. We are now number 2. First is Alibaba's acquisition, Trendyol. But in electronics and many categories, we are number 1. But although we are competitors, we are selling on their platform. in other countries. We also have partnerships with giants like Namshi and Noon in the Middle East. And in Kosovo, we partnered with a local partner. In Kazakhstan, again, a new partner. But we want to increase this number of partners significantly, and I think there will be 10 more partners in the coming days in Uzbekistan, in Romania. There's a very amazing partner, and in all those places. So, I mean, this is it, actually. Basically, this is what we are doing, and since we are neighbors, I think Greece is not just an amazing country, but also have a great potential in this field as well. And hopefully we'll increase our partnerships with both sellers from here and also marketplaces and also other players in the ecosystem. Thank you very much. I don't know if I have time for questions, but okay. Thank you.